Welcome in to CBS News 24/7. I'm Mugo Odigwe. We start in Manhattan because in less than an hour from now, a federal judge will weigh in on that order to drop corruption charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. The Justice Department will have to explain this move from Trump-appointed acting Attorney General Emil Bove. Bove claims the case restricted Adams' ability to devote full attention and resources to illegal immigration and violent crime. You may remember back in September, Mayor Adams was charged with conspiracy, wire fraud, soliciting illegal foreign campaign contributions from foreign nationals, and bribery. He has pleaded not guilty to all that. CBS News Justice Department reporter Jake Rosen is here and joins us now. Jake, thank you for being here today. Who is this judge, and do we have any signs so far of exactly how he plans to rule?
So we do not have any indications so far, but the judge called the hearing today. His name is Dale Ho. He is a Biden-appointed judge who previously worked for the ACLU, and he convened both parties after we saw the memo late Friday the motion officially Friday gets sent to the Southern District of New York in official capacity after we knew for a couple days that it was coming. So after that happened, this judge basically has to bring everyone together and hear arguments from both sides on why they feel that these charges need to get dropped, what the urgency was for the Department of Justice to do that, and why Mayor Adams and his attorneys agreed to do this and to kind of join with the Department of Justice to drop those charges.
And what are we expecting the main point of contentions to be?
Well, really, it's that alleged quid pro quo that we've seen critics of the Trump administration and critics of Mayor Adams both allege. We saw it in a resignation letter as well from one of the people who resigned last week as a result of all of this back and forth between the Justice Department and Mayor Adams and his team of attorneys. Now, the Department of Justice's Chief of Staff, Chad Mizell, just laid out in a set of tweets a couple of moments ago saying that one of the reasons why they dropped these charges was because all the alleged conduct and misconduct relating to his interactions with Turkish nationals and the bribes that he allegedly took, that all that happened before he was actually in office as mayor. However, Emil Bove, when he sent this memo to the Southern District of New York instructing them to drop the cases, he said that it really just had to do with Adams' ability to help the Trump administration work on their immigration policies and help them enforce strict immigration law in New York City. So the judge, I'm sure, will want to hear both sides of what I just said, in addition to, again, hearing from Mayor Adams as to what he knew when in relation to having these charges dropped and what the implications of that is for his time as mayor as well.
Okay, so we just talked about the main point of contention in all of this. Jake, I want to ask you about bigger picture here. What is the impact of this case on the Justice Department as a whole?
Well, really, Friday was an inflection point for the Department of Justice and years of norms that we've operated with just between the executive branch of the government and the judicial branch and how it interacts with people who are under an active indictment or investigation, giving and saying that there's no reason that these charges were dropped besides Mayor Adams wanting to help the administration really kind of goes against, again, precedent and years of norms for forgiving someone's crimes just because they agree to cooperate with a presidential administration's goals. I think really just we've seen the turmoil. We've seen over 7 resignations last week. We saw an additional resignation this week in the Department of Justice as well. So we'll have to really see what the judge does today, whether that results in more. But just generally, the way that the Trump administration has engaged in this deal could set the way for further interactions with political officials who are under indictment in exchange for their essential cooperation if the judge allows us to go through.
All right, CBS News Justice Department reporter Jake Rosen, thank you so much for your time today.